Conspiracy theories, eh? Wait till you get a load of this. Hello, and welcome to Crack Sisters Conspiracy. We're a podcast that covers conspiracy theories, mysteries, and all over spooky shit. My name is Cassandra.
And I'm Jackie.
And you're the worst. Hello.
What's up?
So I'm an idiot.
Why?
So as you just saw, she rolled on out of here. My daughter bought herself a hoverboard.
Yes.
And so I had to try it out today.
Oh,
and it
no.
was terrifying.
Did you fall?
I fell trying to get off of it.
Say, how do you get on and then off? That's always been my question.
So I was holding her hands while I stood on it because I have no balance apparently, or zero core strength, which I'm not surprised by. But then she told me, she's like, oh yeah, and then you just like hop off, just get off it. And so I took her instruction literally.
You hopped.
Like I like bunny hopped, I guess, thinking that I would just like get my feet off of it.
Yeah.
And then it went this way, my legs went up, I hit every part of my body, but I was fine. I didn't fall that hard.
Yeah.
But Grayson immediately burst into tears and ran away because I got hurt.
Oh, I thought you would have laughed.
Right? But I was like, what if this was a real emergency and you just left me here? So
I think she needs some more training.
we learned of some deficiencies and gaps that we have to fill.
How much did that cost her?
With tax, it was like $125.
Oh, okay.
So she had been saving her chore money for quite some time and finally cashed it in. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's see. Went to Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh yeah, how was that without me?
That was fun.
I saw that you and Dad went on Supreme Scream. I was very proud.
We did, yeah, because everyone else was too chicken shit to do it. But
I wouldn't go on it, yeah.
No, it was fun. We got on a decent amount of rides and, there was no catastrophes. Although, like 2 days after we were there, a ride got stuck and a bunch of people we did not go on that one.
Upside down or something.
It gave us bad vibes. So we're like, absolutely not. But yeah, that was fun. And then this coming Friday, so Black Friday, because it's the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. I have an appointment. I have to work for like a couple hours, but then I'm going to go finish the top half of my half sleeve finally.
You are? That's
yes.
Exciting. Are you just going to the elbow?
Just going to the elbow, but I wanted to fill in the flowers. Oh. And that way I can, because I already had an idea for something else I wanted. So I'm like, no, I got to finish this and then I'll do that. So
are you just doing more flowers underneath?
Yeah, I said, because I went back to Will, who had did it before. I'm like, just fill it in, do whatever. He's like, okay, I'll find some cool flowers that are different and whatever. I'm like, what? Cool. So
cool. Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah. What are you doing? What's new with you?
We are currently renovating one of the rooms in our house.
I saw that it was cleared out. What are you doing with it?
So we have carpet in our upstairs and we hate it.
Yeah.
We bought a new build and we didn't want any carpet, but it is extraordinarily expensive to not get carpet. So we didn't have a choice. And then our Archer was dying for 6 months. So he just shit everywhere. So carpet is not meant for us in this family. So we found that there's like LVP, which is what we have downstairs, but there's snappable planks.
Yeah.
Where we snap into one another. Mm-hmm. And Alex is like, we can do this. I'm like, I
totally can.
So we're like, let's try it out on a room that we never use. So our guest room. So we ripped out the carpet. We got the planks. We put it in. It looks great.
Yeah.
We love it. It was very easy. So now our goal is to do the whole entire upstairs room by room. And then we're like, well, since we're in here, we might as well paint. So we painted it in there and yeah, it's really fun.
That is fun. I love changing things up. It's necessary. I haven't had a massive renovation. I want to move our shit in our bedroom one of these days, but
yeah, I know. So it's fun. I like it. And then also this Saturday, we are going to Tahoe. This will be my first time ever going to Tahoe.
Oh.
And it's our 5-year dating anniversary.
Okay.
Like, our anniversary is coming up. I go, no, it's already passed. He goes, well, our first anniversary. I'm like, oh, okay. We should do something. So we're going to Tahoe and we're going to do ski lessons. Like skiing.
Wow. I'm scared for you.
Done snowboarding and it wasn't good, so I have no hope that I will be good at skiing. But I got to buy new bibs, which is like a overalls.
Oh, okay.
And I got to buy a whole new outfit, so that was fun. So worst case scenario, I'll just get drunk and look super cool.
There you go. I have heard, I've not experienced it, but I've heard that learning to ski is easier than learning to snowboard. So maybe there's hope.
I think visually it would, like, just thinking about it in my mind, because snowboarding, you're stuck sideways, your feet can't move, and you really can't use your hands. But with skiing,
Yeah.
both your legs are free, you're looking forward, you have little poles to help you. I'm confident it will be okay. It's just, I have panic attacks on the lift. That's my only issue.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
didn't
like
think
lifts,
about
I don't like
that.
gondolas, I don't like any of that. So who knows?
Okay. Well, see how it goes. I'm sure it'll go fine.
Yeah. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Well, excuse me. My goal was to not do anything and to avoid everyone because
Mhm.
I just didn't, I have no desire to do anything. And then, of course, our presence was requested. So we're going to go see my in-laws. And that's what we're doing. So
You sound thrilled.
I'm just, well, and then I have to go to work the next morning. It's
Yeah, that's
just,
stupid.
yeah, because
I don't know if I have to work the next morning, but we're just not really working this week to begin
there
with.
you go. That works. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
We're going to Billy and Dre's house.
Oh, that makes
But
sense.
they're having like 20 people over.
Ew.
18 people over.
No.
They have family and like extended family and people in their families.
What is that like?
I don't know. We're going to find out. But I'm not confident. Based on the group chat that I have been put in against my will, I don't think I'm going to be well fed.
Oh,
or
no.
satisfied with the meals that are coming out, but it's an experience.
Just bring your bucket of chicken.
I know.
And,
Bring my fried chicken like I do every year.
yeah,
and
you'll be
hope for the
fine.
best. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, how fun.
Yeah.
Yay, holidays. Anywho, I had no idea what I was going to do for my topic today.
I'm wondering what you're going to do today.
And it came to me at the last minute because, as I often was, I was on TikTok
Mhm.
and I was reminded of this series that I just got done watching. It's a TikTok series, so it's something that
Okay.
posts like regularly. But it's been an event that has happened on TikTok for at least the last 2 years, and it's called Spooky Lake Month. The profile is Gem. I don't know. You've never heard of this? No. Okay. So it's 31 days of haunted hydrology. And so like every day in October, she covers a different like spooky body of water. And then I remember one of the spookiest ones being Lake Baikal. Or
Mhm.
Baikal. Yeah. And so I thought I would use that as my topic because it is kind of creepy. And it's also in Siberia, and Russia is all over the place right now.
Okay. There you go. That's exciting.
So I'm guessing you have never heard of Lake Baikal.
I've never heard of half the things that just came out of your mouth.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about it.
Mhm.
So, Lake Baikal is located in Siberia, Russia, and it's super duper old. It's about 25 to 30 million years old. So, it's older than the dinosaurs and the Great Pyramids and all of that
I
jazz. So,
believe in dinosaurs.
you don't believe in
I
dinosaurs?
do, but some people don't.
Oh, that's a whole other episode right there. Okay, but not only is Baikal like ancient, it's also super big. It's 12,248 square miles, which is slightly larger than Belgium, like the country.
Wow. Okay.
And it's the 7th largest lake by surface area in the world. And it is the world's deepest lake, reaching a depth of 5,387 feet, which is almost a mile deep
Okay.
for
I
a
need to
lake.
see those visual representations where it's
Yeah.
like, this is a human, this is the Eiffel Tower. I need to see those to understand water depth.
Got it. That makes sense. It's really fucking deep.
I got it.
It's deeper than the Grand Canyon is tall.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's a visual.
That's a visual.
Wow, that's really deep. Okay.
It is for a lake. And so Lake Baikal, it's a rift lake, which means that there was movement in the fault of a rift zone. So think of like tectonic plates like shifting. Oh my God.
Flashbacks to fucking 9th grade science class where I was failing and dad just keeps yelling at me. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Well, yes, the world has a bunch of tectonic plates that are always moving and shifting. And sometimes they'll like shift apart and like this rift, like this big valley will form. So this big crater. And that's how Lake Baikal formed. There was a tectonic shift. And that's the reason why it's so deep. And it's in a fault zone. So it's a very common place to have seismic activity where there's like 2,000 earthquakes every year. So that means that it's constantly expanding, which means the lake is getting bigger and deeper as time goes on, which is kind of creepy. If you think about it, at the rate that it's going, it may eventually become its own ocean over time.
That's kind of cool.
It's cool, but the world is being engulfed by a different body of water. That's strange.
Yeah. Huh.
One of the other interesting topics is that it's one of the few lakes that's deep enough to have hydrothermal vents in them, which I feel like there's a lot of just scientific-y stuff that you
Is that an underwater volcano?
It is underwater, and so what happens is cold.
I got that much.
No, it's not an underwater. Cold water like makes its way into the cracks of the lake bed, and then it gets superheated by the magma at the Earth's crust because that's how deep it is. It's like a jacuzzi, and then circulates hot water back out, but then spits out a bunch of minerals, and so it completely changes the water in the area, and it's super weird.
Interesting.
And Lake Baikal also holds about 20% of the world's freshwater supply. Of the entire world, a fifth of it is in this one body of water. And it's the non-saltiest freshwater lake ever. It's like so pure. It's crazy. So cool.
Do they have bottled water from there?
No, I don't believe so. But you know what? Now I need to look.
Because isn't that how they get fresh water? I know it like
that's from like,
but how many glaciers are there? There's got to be just like a lake at some point that you filtered a little bit and put
I
it in a
don't
bottle of the day.
know. Oh, there is a company that does sell bottles of the precious water. Is it drinkable? Is it consumable? Can you drink Lake Baikal water? It has very high drinking qualities.
Okay.
But because it's so fresh, it's like super duper clear, which is you can see like so far down. That's what makes it kind of crazy. And when it freezes over in the winter, because it's so clear, the ice will get like 6 feet thick, super ice, but then these like cracks will form in it. So you'll be standing over what looks like glass, like clear glass. You're on top of a body of water looking down. The cracks go down for feet, but it looks huge. You should Google a picture. It looks super creepy.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah. And so
how do you spell it?
Baikal.
Oh, wow. That looks super cool.
Yeah. It makes me think of those like glass floors that you see on like super tall buildings. I think there's one in New York where it's like, it's reinforced and you're not going to fall through it, but like walking over it makes your...
Yeah. Or that glass bridge. I think it's in China.
Where
it has the special effects where it looks like it's cracking to just give people an extra heart attack.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm scared of heights and I have no confidence in myself, and that would just freak me the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, due to the unique properties of the lake and the water itself, it has a ton of different life forms that inhabit the area, with more than 1,000 different plants and over 2,500 different species of animals. And of the animals, more than 80% of them are endemic, which means that they are only found in that location and they don't exist anywhere else in the world.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. There's a seal that's endemic to Lake Baikal, so it only exists there. And it's super cute. It's called the Nerpa seal. I just thought the word was so weird.
Oh.
I think they're super cute.
Well, there's like a fluffy one that's cute, but there was another one that just looked like a seal wearing a mask, and it was really creepy.
Some of them have very cute, like kawaii doe eyes, which look adorable. Okay, that one looks terrifying. But
okay.
The Nerpa seal. I thought that was cute. But anyway, the things that live in the water look pretty crazy too. And there's like weird ass alien looking species, like their shrimp are like technicolor, and they have all sorts of weird ass fish and shit that looks like a 3 to 5-year-old drew it and then they just made it come to life. And it's like very bright and living down in the dark depths of this lake. And yeah, the deeper you go, the darker it is, the weirder everything looks. But there's like a lot of life down there. So there is a local myth about Baikal's monster, which exists in the lake. And it's basically Siberia's version of the Loch Ness monster. So they totally just like ripped it off. But the locals believe that there's a huge serpentine creature lurking in the lake, waiting to take fishermen down to its underwater kingdom. The Baikal monster is often referred to as the Baikal Nessie, as it's said to share similar features as Nessie in Scotland. But instead, it's a frozen water monster that lives under the ice.
Okay.
And in the 1980s, Soviet researchers had recorded a moving object that was approximately 100 feet long in the ice. And so, like Nessie, there's lots of video and, blurry photographs that don't really show you anything to support existence, but they just copy and pasted Scotland. Another creepy fact, or I don't know if you want to call it another, but a creepy fact about the lake is how many dead people are in it.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah. So, in the winter of 1920, there was an event that took place that history refers to as the Greatest Siberian Ice March. And that took place when the White Russian Army decided to cross Lake Baikal when it was frozen over in the winter. So, they were trying to go somewhere else. And they're like, you know what? Let's just risk it and go over this frozen lake. It doesn't look too treacherous, what have you. The wind on the lake makes the air so cold that people were like freezing in place and then succumbing to the elements and dying. They would be mid-March and just like completely freeze over and die. And their bodies were stuck there, plastered in the snow for miles.
Like standing upright?
Upright, laying down. There were just dead bodies on top of the frozen lake that couldn't move. And they were stuck there all winter until the spring when the ice started to melt. And then once that happened, all of these dead bodies and
God, that would smell terrible. I don't know how hot it gets in Siberia, but
I don't know. But the defrost would not have been pleasant, I am sure. But no one knows exactly how many people are there because like this was a massive thing. There were tons and tons and tons of people. And then people regularly would have accidents on the lake, even up until like recent times. So it's claimed a lot of lives. And it also apparently has a bunch of gold in it because there was one crossing where a very similar thing happened. They didn't make it across. Everything froze and then it melted and then sank forever. And so people will explore trying to find the gold, and they probably just find a femur instead. Okay. Lake Baikal is also known for UFO activity.
Ooh, okay.
And there was a Tu-104 plane that had crashed on the southern coast of the lake in 1959. And the plane captain allegedly radioed in before he had crashed, saying that he had seen something unknown flying in the sky. And then, oh God, we're all going to die. I presume were his last words. But the members of the dispatch who had heard the call from the captain, they all had to sign NDAs after they left. So that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But there were locals who had been fishing and supposedly witnessed the incident, and they stated that they saw a flying saucer chasing a falling plane.
Oh, okay. So, interesting.
Years later, there was a group of Russian ufologists.
Yeah, those are things.
That's a thing. And they organized an expedition to go investigate the crash site. And according to their reports, they had surmised that the plane crash occurred because of a group of aliens who actually have a secret camp down at the bottom of the lake. Because it is so vast and deep, we don't really know what's down there. It's not
That's true. I've heard that about a lot of very deep bodies of water. Yeah.
Yes. And so the ufologists even claimed to have found the aliens themselves and took videos. And unsurprisingly, the quality was atrocious and you can't see shit. And they didn't really have any explanation for why the aliens were in the lake or why they would have caused a plane crash, but they just know that they were totally real and that they exist and you should take them for what they say.
Yeah.
But really the biggest thing that creeps me out about this lake, because on the surface, I'm like, oh, this doesn't actually sound very spooky when you go through it. But it's like the unknown factor to it that bothers me because I'm scared of the ocean. Mm-hmm. I'm scared of vast, never-ending things like space. Terrifies me. My brain cannot conceive of how space works. And to me, the underwater is just wet space.
Yes, I would agree. You ever watch those videos where it does the yo-ho, like the really slow,
like on the North Sea?
It's like any body. It's usually the ocean, and like it's just supposed to like creep you out, but it's just like showing very deep, dark water.
Yes,
that picture of the baby like with his upper half and its legs are in the lake, but you can't see what's underneath it. Yeah, it's like a very real fear. It's quite terrifying.
Like when we were in Havasu, and when
I have to not think about it if I'm in a lake. I was fucking tripping myself out.
oh my God. So that was the first time, at least as an adult, that I had willingly gotten into a body of water like that.
Yeah, that is true.
And like once I left the boat and I was just kind of looking around, oh my God, I have no idea what's underneath me. I can't see. Oh, is something going to touch me? How many dead bodies are under this lake? And I got so anxious about it. And then I got waterboarded and we all almost died. But
well, the first time I went to Havasu with Dale,
yeah,
that's how long ago it was. I had one of those underwater cameras. And as we were in the lake, I would just like take a picture underwater in various spots because I was surely convinced that when I got it developed, that there was just going to be like a dead body or like a hand or a head or something. I didn't fucking see anything, but
maybe you just didn't look hard enough.
I don't think I did, no. But yeah, that's why I like raft or floaties because your legs are basically out of the water. Your ass is only in there maybe a half a foot.
A little bit.
But otherwise, you're buoyant on top. Yeah, when your legs are just dangling in the ocean or the water, it's very creepy.
And you know what? I get the same way about being in bed or like on the couch. I don't feel right if my feet are hanging off the edge because
oh, the demons.
Yeah.
They're going to get your toes.
The dangle factor, like
Yes.
it exists everywhere. But it's even scarier in a body of water because we don't know what's down there. And it's not all just fish. And it's not all just things that we know.
Now a quick word from our sponsor. Do you live in the Bay Area? Are you in need of a CPR class for work or just to gain the knowledge? Well, look no further because CPR Education has you covered. They host public classes every Saturday in Pleasant Hill, ranging from CPR and first aid, BLS for healthcare providers, infant essentials for new and expecting parents, and EMSA-approved courses for licensed childcare providers. Whatever need you have, PR Education has a solution. Go to cpredu.com and use code CRACKED for 20% off any public class. That's CRACKED, and you will get 20% off any class of your choosing. CPR Education, keeping people together.
I fully believe that there are probably aliens and monsters, especially in this lake.
Yeah, there's got to be, especially deep lakes or like, because we've only explored what 1% of the oceans in the world or something like that. You have no idea what's in there. And there's aliens in space. There's definitely fucking something in the water.
I am 100% sure of that. I even think that that was something that they announced a week or so ago as to distract us from all of the election shit. Hold on.
I don't watch the news. I don't know anything.
Aliens in ocean. Aliens in the ocean. Congress's latest hearing on UFOs in the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Yeah, there was another Pentagon report that revealed hundreds of unidentified and unexplained aerial phenomena. But
well, that just means that they're hiding something else in the media.
Well,
and they willingly admit to aliens, it means they're trying to cover up something else.
Well, because there's been so many things happening with the election and the president and this and that. So there's been a lot of shift away from them. So I think that was a way to distract. You are a smart lady for not reading the news or watching the news.
I'm a much happier person for it.
You should be. I remember we stopped actively watching the news probably 10 years ago because we would turn it on first thing in the morning and then I would be so depressed before I even started my day.
It's never fun. It's not nice. You don't want to hear the things that are coming out of their mouths. It's never anything good. So why do that to yourself?
Yeah, so I'll scroll the headlines to like stay somewhat current on things because I need to know what's like happening to talk to people. At least some have some knowledge of it, but it's not good out there. Stay away. There's nothing good. And like every update on Diddy just keeps getting worse.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's so bad.
There's a guy on TikTok, but I watch him on Instagram, where he does 60 seconds, like what's happening in the news today, but 60 seconds only. And it's like a very dumbed down version. I do like those every once in a while, but.
Well, we're probably not going to have TikTok in January, so.
Oh. Okay.
Apparently it's getting banned or
whatever.
We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do, but
that seems to be your life force. Yeah.
That is my number one way of disassociating and just going into an alternate universe.
Well, you can do the same thing on Instagram. That's what I do.
I do. Yeah, because I'm either
I watch all of them.
I do. But if I'm not doing that, I'm usually reading or working on a project. But when I can't get my shit together enough to care about doing anything, then I doom scroll on whatever.
To have at least 1 hour a day of doom scrolling.
It's kind of what I think. I do stuff until 9 and then I doom scroll until bed.
That's okay.
But anywho. But yeah, doom scrolling is what got me to Lake Baikal. I think it's super interesting. It creeps me out just because it's so big and massive and it's growing and it's going to engulf us all. We learned something, science. What are you going to do your topic on?
Is that the end of your topic?
Yeah, that's the end of my topic. Yeah.
The end. See, I have some actually good ideas on here.
I'm sure you do. I just wrote down super oxygenated weird life and Nerpa seal. Was on my
Okay, so I can do, without giving you any context, I'll let you pick. I can do either Urban Outraged website.
Okay.
Like Urban Outfitters, but it's Urban Outraged.
Got it. Okay.
Or I don't remember what this is, but I can do the Kentler experiment.
Let me flip a coin because I can't conceive of what either one of those could possibly be. Where is my coin dish?
I thought you had an app for that.
I don't have it downloaded. Oh, here it is. Heads, it'll be Urban Outrage, and tails is the what experiment?
Kentler.
Kentler?
Kentler.
Okay.
I can't see what that is.
Oh.
We're going to say it's tails because I want to do the Kentler experiment.
It looked like it was tails. Yeah, it was tails.
Okay, the Kentler experiment it is then. I don't remember what that is, but I wrote it down.
There you go. Okay, cool. Well, look forward to hearing about that. I am drinking a Sprite Zero Chill.
Maybe that's your issue. You need lots more alcohol.
I have zero alcohol in me. That's why I'm so awkward right now.
Oh, I'm drinking a 7 and 7.
Oh, this is a cherry lime flavor. The zero sugar chill. It's not bad, but I have zero chill, so it's perfect.
I don't like cherry and I don't like lime.
It tastes like Sprite. It doesn't taste like anything.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, in the meantime, you can find us on our various social media platforms. Help us recharge that idea bank because I really need it. But you can find us on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, on Facebook. We have a Patreon. We have a website, crackssistersconspiracies.com. You can send us an old-fashioned email, crackssistersconspiracies@gmail.com.
I did the blue
sky.
Blue sky. I did that. We're on there.
Okay, cool. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? YouTube,
Facebook.
Yeah, all the usual things.
All the same.
But yeah, come visit us.
Yeah.
And yeah, anywho, with that, I'm gonna say stay cracked, y'all.
And have a great day.